Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to say I appreciate you all for rocking with me so far on this new journey as I'm, fixing my kinks and getting everything situated. So I just want to say I appreciate you, and it's actually an honor to have people to watch my channel. So thank you so much. So we are back with another episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 11, episode 6. It's getting a little bit more interesting as we go along. So let's go ahead and get started into my little notes. So, we was catching up with the folks. Cal was collecting some gifts. It looked like it was for like a charity or something. Um, Dorit was with her husband. What is his name? It's like Ken, something like Ken. Can't think of his name for anything. Rena was doing I think it was a commercial for her cosmetics. It looked like it was a commercial, some type of shoot for her like lipstick line. And so then we get with Erica and Sutton, and they're riding in the car. Sutton's car is beautiful. I think it's absolutely amazing. And Sutton rented out the spa. Let me tell you something. Sutton, I'm currently studying for my licensing exam, and it would be great to have a spa day just as a friend, because in my head right now, we're cool. Like, even though sometimes I go on you a little bit, go in on you a little bit, I think we're still cool. I think we're still cool. I think we'll be friends. I need to spot that. I would love a spot day. So Sutton, holla at me, ring me up. They discussed Erica's divorce, and kind of like how she knows that Tom is gonna fight basically for everything. She says he's stingy. He doesn't really give anything up. She knows that he's gonna really fight her hard. That's primarily because it's an ego thing. It's a pride thing. That doesn't even have. It's not even like he. Well, I mean, based off listening to the news, he probably need to be fighting for everything. But I mean, hey, mm, all I'm gonna say is, like she said, he's an attorney, like a dog with a bone. Finna let it go. So I hate that she has to go through that. It's actually a very sad situation, but Sutton was able to relate to that because she's like, they married very powerful men, and this is kind of like the game. This is kind of like their rodeo. So we go to Crystal, and she's training for kickboxing. First off, her trainer is hot. Early notice to Crystal. Hook me up if he's single. But she's training kickboxing. Crystal letting them girls know, look, y'all miss me if y'all want to. Kick your butt, okay? Crystal's like, I'm out here like, bam, bam, like I kick your butt, don't play. I think it was real cute. Her little baby Zoe was out there, and Zoe is like, look, mommy, I'm not trying to get sweaty. That is not what I do, homegirl. So I'm gonna throw a tantrum over here for some attention, but I'm not finna go out here and work out with you. That's not what I'm gonna do. So I thought that was real cute. Cute moment. Probably not cute for Crystal because she had to deal with the tantrum and everything. Her and then I don't think the lady is a nanny. I think she's like a cook or something. Their house lady. I don't know her name. The husband, they have to deal with the baby with the tantrum, and they don't think it's cute. I'm just like, oh, she don't want to get sweaty. Neither do I. But then I do like getting sweaty on certain occasions, like when I'm playing sports. I do enjoy playing sports. I probably wouldn't want to do it that day. I don't. Sudden asked about Erica's upset about Tom not seeing her in Chicago, so we're back at the spa, and they're kind of just sitting and talking about the fact that Tom never saw Erica perform, and Erica had to lie for him and things of that nature. And for anyone who's married, I can definitely understand why it would be an upset. I mean, I just think about the fact that you say you support me, you're the love of my life, and you'll do these things X, Y, and Z, and when it comes time to support me, instead of you supporting me, you just kind of set me on my way. I can see how that would be hurtful to her. And I can honestly say, in part, I do, and I am feeling sorry for Erica. But then part of me is almost a little weary. And not saying that because she's on television or anything of that nature. It's just like she'll do these things where she's like, I can hold secrets, or she's like, I think she said it in this episode where she was like, there's a whole lot that they don't know what's going on. There's a lot, and no one knows. And it's almost kind of like, so did you know, or did you not know? Because it sounds like part of it is like, it's like you dropping a nugget. Like maybe I knew, maybe I didn't know. So it's that part that's a little like, but I do truly feel deeply sorry for her for what she's having to experience. Um, and she almost did like this comparison between herself, Kyle, and Dorit. And she's like, she's not Kyle with Mauricio. She's not Dorit with, I think the husband's last name is Kemsley, but I just cannot think of his name to save my life. Her husband. And no marriage is the same, but it's, for instance, like social comparison theory is where we talk about that all the time. People look to outside sources in a sense to kind of tell them how they're supposed to feel, or to kind of give them some form of relation. So it's almost like there was a study. Whose study was it? Let's see. Zimbardo did the prison study. I can't think of the other one. He did the one at the school at Yale. What's his name? I can't think of the study. I don't think this was Zimbardo because that was the prison. Anyway, there's one study, I can't think of it off top, where it surrounds anxiety. And basically what the study says with social comparison theory is an anxious person, when waiting for their turn, when asked if they would prefer to sit with someone who's anxious, they agreed. Why did they agree? Because looking at your level of anxiety may bring me some ease to say that, well, I'm not as bad as you are. However, if they had the choice to sit with someone who's not anxious at all, they'd rather sit by themselves. Why? Because I can't look at you and see myself, in a sense. I can't compare myself to that. I can't say this. So looking at how Erica mentioned, oh, well, I'm not Kyle and Mauricio, I'm not Dorit, and then like my marriage doesn't look like this. It was that comparison, like I have something to compare to because these are married couples. Like Rena and them as well. She probably, mentioned them, but I'm guessing she probably just looked at kind of the structure of the marriages, and maybe she fell more closely to their structure of marriage. It was just kind of like, they were able to keep theirs intact, but unfortunately not me and mine. So Garcelle, she's at work. We go to Garcelle, she's working. She just wrapped up at the Real. She's talking to her kids, which I think is really sweet. I always love seeing parents interact with their kids, especially parents who interact with their kids well and good enough. You don't have to be a perfect parent, but being a good enough parent is all you need to be. The best thing to do is not be an a-hole of a parent. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to be a butt of a parent, because that's not the type of parent that anyone should want to be. Different styles of parenting. I'll talk about that in another video with when I have more time. But you have your authoritarian, authoritative. You have your laissez-faire in a sense, and basically like being a neglectful parent. So anyway, we'll talk about that on a different day. But Garcelle's talking to her kids, and I like how she's open and she's free with her children in discussion, and they're talking about marriage. And her son is like, no, I don't want you to get married. Love on me, basically. And I can't think of the name of this for anything right now. It's oh my god, I can't think of the name of it. If I see it, I would know it, but I cannot think of the name to save my life. But it's like an effect where they talk about divorce, where in most divorce cases you kind of see it in boys first. Boys more so like start to fail in school and not do so well, and girls tend to do well usually until around teen years, and then they start to kind of have some concerns or issues. And I feel like that's what's going on with her sons. Not saying that they're having issues with the divorce, but more so still like, I don't want to see you with anyone else type of deal. I can't think of the name of it. I'm gonna have to. It's a sleeper effect. There we go. Sleeper effect. It's the sleeper effect, where in the beginning it seems like everything may be okay, and then now is not okay anymore. And she mentioned that one of her children, I can't think of her son's names, one of them was kind of like open up front and early about it, kind of like, when I'm with daddy, I miss you. When I'm with you, I miss daddy. She didn't really mention that about the other one. So I'm thinking the one that was sitting at the table who said that, the sleeper effect would be in his case, where it's like nothing is mentioned early on until later on, years later, then it's kind of like, no, just love me, don't love anyone else. I don't want to see it. I wouldn't like it, type of deal. Um, Rena talks about her daughter and Scott Disick. Um, age gaps. I think Scott is like 36 at this time. I think that's what they said, 36, 37. And I believe her daughter probably was 20. I'll be honest. I have dabbled with older. I have dated older. I still would. Now, I do have a cap. Now my limit is 10 years older. I'm 29, so I might tip over the 40. But that's it. So to each his own. But it's funny because you see, like Sutton is like, I would lock her up in a room, like she wouldn't be able to go out. And you have Cal is like, nope, would not be happening. I think Garcelle was like, no, no, no. So it is so interesting to see. I think it's funny. Yeah, it's hilarious. But sometimes that actually works with some people, like with those type of relationships. So I mean, if she liked it, I love it. Good for her. I mean, my sister, her husband's like 15 years older than she is. My dad is like, I want to say he's like 14 years older than his wife. And they've been married for, my dad and his wife been married for about 16, 17 years. My sister and her husband have been married for like 7 years. So, I mean, it works in some cases. It may not be as comforting to look at, but it works in some cases. Erica's with, I think she's with Rena. They put on Christmas hat. They talking about Christmas, and she's talking about how the Christmas aren't gonna look the same in her little bitty house. That's what she said, compared to her old house, which I'm pretty sure her old house is a whole lot larger than that other house. But either way, I hope she's able to make Christmas her own. Something that she enjoys and that she would like in her home. I hope she makes it something special for herself. We have Cal talking to Portia. I think, oh my God, we've seen Portia grow. Portia was literally like teeny tiny, and look at her now, teenager. But Cal was talking to Portia, and they're talking about the difficulty that she's having with the bar mitzvah, and for Portia, and like her not having the ability to really socialize at school and stuff because of COVID and everything that was going on. So I really do empathize with a lot of kids with COVID. I think a lot of people also have to. What we have to also do is see. What we also have to see is the benefits. I think a lot of parents got to see what teachers deal with, especially their children's struggles, because some parents don't believe, like, oh, my child isn't struggling. That's not what's going on. Maybe you're not a good teacher, but because the child was at home, you actually had to see their struggles. So I believe, in some instances, COVID did serve well, and it gave parents the time to be home with their children, like a lot of them say that they want. And I think COVID taught a lot of parents that they think that they want a lot of time at home with their kids. Not like you think you do. Because now you have to really learn how to deal with your children, which is something you should already know how to do. But, it is what it is. You got your break. And Portia sees Sophia, she's crying. I love that bond. I can definitely, I have a strong bond with some of my siblings as well. We talk on FaceTime maybe, if not every day, it's every other day. I love my siblings, and we talk on the phone, so it's a beautiful thing. So I love to see siblings get along. Dorit put up a picture of herself in her home. What a beautiful picture it was. I will not take that away. She mentioned narcissism. I will be honest here. I wouldn't say she's a narcissist. Narcissistic traits, yes. Everyone has some type of personality trait that could be linked to a disorder. So, trait, yeah. Disorder, no. But it was a beautiful painting. Loved it. Made me want to get one to put in my house. But my apartment, I might have to do it. I ain't gonna even lie. The girls got ready for Kyle party. Kathy is at Crystal's, and let me tell you, I love Kathy. Kathy is comedic relief, and I love Kathy as a friend of the show. Keep Kathy on as a friend of the show. I wonder how Kathy, Kyle, and Kim will be together, like all on the show. I wonder how they will be as like a group. Hmm. But either way, I love Kathy. I love what she brings. Kathy can't see still. Kathy can't hear still. And Kathy just like, I run this, so it is what it is. Kathy is like, I don't need Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I don't need anything here. I'm not saying any of them do. I don't believe any of them do. But Kathy is just kind of like, look, I'm the senior at the table. I'm the one with the real money. Pipe down. Hush it up. I love Kathy. She said she was tempted to get long nails. She's in the car with Crystal. She's following her nails. She's like, I'm tempted to get those long nails. I would love to see it. Kathy, please go get the nails. Matter of fact, Kathy, don't get the nails. That'll be a hazard. Because, see, you already can't see. And you already can't hear. Kathy be done did something like this, done poked her eye. Kathy be done ruptured her eardrum. Nope. I would love to see you with long nails, Kathy. But just as much as I would love to see you with long nails, I really do care about your safety. Please don't get no long nails, Kathy. Leave it alone. Garcelle talks about her son Oliver and how he has met a woman with kids and how she thought he sabotaged his life, but the woman was actually great for him and everything. I think that's sad that, especially for black families, the first thing that they tell their children, or the first thing that a lot of them think about is like, oh, she got kids. Oh, the woman has ruined herself. Oh, you want a woman with kids? Oh my God! Or they even sometimes like, you want a man with kids? Girl, you got to deal with his baby mama. And look, you never know who's going to enter into your life and be the change that you need. Her son struggled with substances and substance abuse. Met this woman, his wife, and look at them, have a beautiful family. The wife must serve some good purpose because he's not back on drugs. At least you didn't mention that. He's doing well. He looks healthy. They look happy. And I'm happy that Garcelle is accepting of not just his child with the young lady, but is also accepting of her children as well, and has said that they're all her grandchildren. I love it. That's one of the most beautiful things you can do, is to not exclude anybody. And I love the fact that she accepted them completely as a family. And I must say this, please stop telling people that they are ruining their lives because they're with someone with children. Sometimes it takes those kids to actually be a benefit to that person in their life. So, just that type of stuff you pipe down on. They bring up this violation thing again. Okay, so we're talking about violations. And actually it came up because Kathy made a joke and it didn't land well, and Sutton was kind of like, I didn't like the people something. This is all I'm saying. This I'm not gonna stick with it too long. A violation is a violation, and a violation is literally an experience. The woman did not say that that Sutton tried to attack her, rape her, or anything like that. Now, does people say violation is a strong word? Yeah, it is what it is. Just like someone may say being bullied is strong, just like someone may say see you next Tuesday is strong, whatever the case may be. And Sutton is like, you don't want to see me angry and all this. Look, at the end of the day, the woman felt violated. Her privacy was interrupted. She felt violated. I get that she pushed it a bit much. I'm not going to sit here and say that it just wasn't talked about too much for my care, because it was. But what I will say is this, that's her experience. You do not have to understand a person's experience. And I want every lady at that table to get this, and everyone who watches this video, and hopefully people will share it, and everyone who watches this video to keep watching this. An experience does not have to be understood, but it must be respected. At the end of the day, my intention may have not been to make you feel in type of way, to make you feel violated. However, the impact of what I did made you feel violated. this is how we could remedy this situation. Crystal, you know what? This is what I want to say. I apologize that my action of walking into your room violated you. Done. And what Crystal could do is say, Sutton, I accept your apology, and I also want to extend an apology for my words making you feel as if your reputation was under attack. I truly apologize for that. Crystal, thank you. I accept your apology and move on. But I understand we're on reality TV. We gotta drag it out for it to be a show. But at the end of the day, for people watching this video who are not on reality TV, experiences do not have to be understood. But please respect the person's experience, because even though your intention was not to do a certain thing, the impact that it made more than likely did. So, with that being said and done, I just want to say I love you all. Thank you so much for continuously watching my videos. I appreciate it. I woke up gay again, and I'm wake up gay tomorrow. So, I just want to say I wish you all well. Thank you so much for watching my video and supporting. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and all those wonderful things so that you can know when I post another video. Peace, love, and tranquility. Bye.